At the same time, we continue following the progress of Tropical Storm Alberto. Count on NBC2 for team coverage of the first storm of the 2006 hurricane season. Alberto is moving over the state just north of Cedar Key, and that's where we find NBC2's Paul LeBron in Cedar Key right now. Paul, you've been there all morning. What changes have you seen in the conditions there?
Well, actually, it's getting stronger. The winds right now picking up, as well as the storm surge. And let's take a look at the Gulf of Mexico here on Cedar Key. Normally a quiet resort village, not today. The Gulf of Mexico angrily churning, and Alberto doing its part to make sure that happens. It is actually picking up, we're noticing. And the real concern right now that emergency officials have is that with this storm surge, it just doesn't seem to be letting up. It's been like this for the last 11 hours or so. How is that going to react with the high tide that comes in at around 2:30 later today? So in the next couple of hours, they're really going to be watching this closely to see if it's actually going to get stronger and cause flooding problems, making these angry waters even angrier. Sunrise, surf's up. Why'd you come down here?
To go surfing.
Alberto is turning the Gulf of Mexico into a giant wave pool. The 7 to 8 foot storm surge lashing the Cedar Key shoreline and pushing water inland, flooding out some roads and parking lots.
This is a full activation storm with my emergency operations center, and we're dealing with water right now. Like I said, it's going to be tide pushing in throughout the day.
Damage assessment teams already out calculating Alberto's bill. While the eye of the storm moved north of here, constant rain bands continue to whip up the water, creating a stubborn storm surge that, combined with the spring high tide, may cause flooding even after Alberto passes through. This really isn't over just quite yet.
No, sir, it's not.
Here's an example of just how powerful storm surge can be from Alberto. It cut right through this steel railing that was here and then carried it all the way into the parking lot, and it's pretty much left it there. It also did some damage to the boat docks on the pier. You can see where they are now. They're tangled up together, almost like floating boats, if you will. Who knows how long they'll stay there. State Road 24, the only way on and off the island, is holding up for now. While many heeded the mandatory evacuation, others are making it part of their vacation experience.
Last year the boat broke. This year we have a storm, so we stay inside and watch the waves and listen to the wind.